Alright guys, I've been trying all day to get a video, and so far this is the only one worth filming. It's a little sliver chip, and we're gonna punch a hole in the middle. This is basically just a little line in the glass, but little lines can crack. Drill away and get my little tool out here. And I know that most people wouldn't do this, but there we go. Nice little chip right in the middle, see? Now I took my time. And the reason I did that is because these lines weren't like connected. They were like separate from the pit. And I needed to get them connected. 99.999% of people would never do that. I, on the other hand, am not that percentage of people. I am a different people. I have learned how to connect lines in chips without cracking windshields. And I will connect the lines if I need to in order to get a good fill. And I know that scares the hell out of a lot of people, tapping on the glass and trying to do something like that when they see a chip that the lines aren't quite connected on. They don't know what to do. We're going to use the medium resin because it's warm today. Well, it's above 40 degrees, put it that way. It's about 45 out here right now. I don't know if you guys classify that as warm, but for me, if it's above 35 degrees, my hands don't get cold. And that makes it, to me, that makes it warm. So above 35 degrees, my hands don't get cold, and above 40 degrees, I can use my medium resin, especially if the glass is warm to the touch. So that's a good thing. Now we need to just let it fill. We don't want to rush this. We're going to let that fill in. I don't know if you can see what I see or not, but I can see it. See, I can see the black on the contrast of the white seal. I can see that black, which is air in the lines. So we'll draw a vacuum now. I've been trying all day today. It's a Saturday for me. I don't know what day you're seeing this video, but it's a Saturday for me. And I've been trying all day to get a video of something that I do that's unique to what most people do, because most of my chips today have just been basic repairs, simple stuff you can do with just basic learning, basic knowledge. So I've been trying all day to get one that I had to do something crazy on, like this one, where I have to connect the lines. Most people probably would have drilled the center of this and then just put a tool on it and tried to fill the lines, and they would have got this line over here to fill, but they wouldn't have got that line on the other side to fill because it wasn't connected. I had to connect the two lines. So they would have got one line to fill, and then they would have just called it good. They'd been like, okay, well, that other line's not taking resin, there's nothing I can do. And I'm the opposite. I do what I have to do to make sure I get a good fill on every chip repair I do. So I don't know if you can see in the mirror. I can still see a little bit of this line and a little bit of the other line. But we are using medium resin at 45 degrees, which is a little thicker resin than what I should be using at this temperature. But we're going to do it, and we're going to give them the fill. And this is going to be an awesome repair. We just have to be patient with it, that's all. We're not going to rush this process. Like I said, when it's cooler or colder, I just have to be more patient, and then when I use a thicker resin on a neutral windshield like this, I have to be even more patient because it takes a little bit longer for that thicker resin to flow into the lines. Cute dogs.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm an aminal lover. And I know I say that wrong, but I'm dyslexic. I get my letters mixed up sometimes. If I really concentrate, I can say animal. But if I say it really fast, if I just say aminal, you know, most people don't catch it. But yeah, dyslexia is not just reversing letters and words and numbers and flipping shit around when you're reading. It also affects some of us when we speak, because we see how the word looks in our mind, and that's how we say it. I reverse my N's and my M's a lot, like chinamy and aluminum and aminal, and it's just weird how that happens, but it happens. As you can see, now the lines are slowly fading away. They're getting less and less visible. Every time I pull a vacuum, I draw more air out. Every time I pressurize, I add more resin to the chip. Each cycle makes it less visible. And like I said, we're not rushing the process. We're taking our time, and we're not rushing it. And there they go. They're invisible now. I just drew the last of the air out of them. We're going to go ahead and pressurize it again though. One last time just to make sure they're completely filled. I've done some work for this gentleman in the past. He remembered me. He called me because he didn't know who else could do this repair for him. Love getting repeat business. That's when you know you've made it in the world. When people call you back to do another job because you did such a good job on the first one or two. Or the first one, I should say, and then they call you back again and you go do another one, and then they call you back and you go do another one, and as long as you keep doing good repairs, they will keep calling you back. And of course, that does not mean that just because you're getting a good bunch of repeat business, that doesn't mean raise your prices. That just means that you're doing a good job and people appreciate you and you're staying busy, and that's what counts. You gotta be able to justify raising your prices, and I can't justify raising my prices because I gotta be honest with you, $35 is more than what I feel I should be charging, but at the same time I gotta make a living. So I could probably get away with doing repairs for $20, but I'd have to get twice as many. And right now, there isn't twice as many to do. So I'm going to cure this up. And get it ready for him to go back to work on Monday. So I don't sniffle as much now. It's 45 degrees. I'm not sniffling near as much as I was at 20 degrees or 18 degrees or 12 degrees. So that's a good thing. I'm trying to put my my other rag and my tape away because I only need this one rag out now. And we'll get this cured up and scraped off and call it a day. I still have many more to do today. It's only like 2:30 right now, or 3:30. I think it's 2:30. And I still have many more to do today. It's a Saturday, so I get a lot on Saturdays. Don't know why. I guess because all week while people are working, they think about it, and then they go, oh, yeah, I forgot to call him and have him come and do that chip. But then they remember it when they're home on Saturday and they call me. So I get a lot of work on Saturdays and Sundays because I'm open on Sundays too. Which is good for business to be open on Sundays, guys. You'll get business nobody else will get. So we're almost done with this one. Going to cure it for just a little bit longer yet. Now it's Saturday night, which means I need to clean up all my tools, put new seals in them. Well, it will be Saturday night tonight. And I do that every Saturday night. I clean up all my tools. And you see that little straw that I use, so I don't get any resin in my threads at all. All I have to do when I clean up my tools is I pull the seals out the bottom, and I pull the injector out, and I take the O-rings off, and I wipe that down with a rag and alcohol. I run a Q-tip around the inside with alcohol, and then I put a new seal in it, new O-rings, and put it back together. That's it. That's all I have to do. I don't have to scrape at my tools or anything else. I just clean them with alcohol, let them dry for a minute or two, and then put the new seals in them and the O-rings and put them back together, and I'm good for another week. And somebody asked me, because I had mentioned that if you're doing a chip repair and you notice that the center of the chip is like discolored, like a little gray or a little bit black when you're done, and you notice that on one or two chips, that's the resin eating away at those black O-rings, and it's, you know, that it's mixing with the resin because the resin's eating it away. So it's mixing with your resin and it's leaving black spots in your chips. And somebody asked me, well, how long can you go without changing your O-rings? And I said, I go a week. And they were like, well, doesn't it, you know, shouldn't you change them sooner than that if you're doing, you know, a lot of repairs? No. Once the resin is on the rings, on those O-rings, I could leave one sitting on my desk and use one all week long on a jobs, and the resin would eat away at those O-rings at the same pace. So either way, whether it's sitting on the desk or being used, the resin's eating away at those O-rings at the same pace. For me, I get a week out of my O-rings, and I'm happy about that. Only got to change my O-rings and seals once a week. I'm fine with that. Don't know what this person's doing. Thought maybe they were having a hard time getting through, but they got plenty of room to get through. All right, guys. You saw what it looked like before. How gorgeous is that? How gorgeous is that, guys? It's looking beautiful, as always. I always like to have fun with my customers. I had a customer earlier today. He was like, I told him, I said, there's a lot of glass missing right here. I'm going to have to seal it before I seal the outside before I can repair it. And he was like, but you can fix it, right? And I said, of course I can fix it. And he just laughed and he goes, I love your confidence. And I said, you know, I haven't met a chip yet that I couldn't fix. Boom, there's that one. Alright, check it out, my friend. Alright guys, you know what to do. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, throw me some love. I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do that. I really need to build this channel up. And it doesn't cost you nothing. It just lets YouTube know that you like my videos and such. Oh, you know what? I just saw another chip that hasn't been filled yet. We got to fill that one. Holy crap. That's down in the black, so all he can see from inside is that little part sticking up there. But I doubt if you can even see that. So we got to fill that one in. But I'll do that off camera. That's just a bullseye chip. I'll see you in the next video.